Here's why. MAVS Dumont can't stop digging the hole deeper. Even at last week's interview in front of a friendly crowd, with softball questions from a non-sports MC, he continued to embarrass himself in the club. The first thing you must do, when you find yourself in a hole, is stop digging. Everyone knows this. Well, everyone but Mavericks governor and Sands president and co Patrick Dumont, who keeps giving Mavs fans excellent reasons to never go to or watch another Mavs game again. I told him, get this guy out of this, he's killing them. And yet, they keep rolling this dummy out there. Here's my 2 earlier pieces castrating him and his GM for taking a blowtorch to the franchise, blaming Doncic for the trade, and kicking Mavs fans out of the building for being fans. Now he's trying to mansplain why his fans are wrong and don't understand things like he does. This is sad but unsurprising. From a sports executive with no sports experience, and the former Bear Stearns guy who married Sands owner Miriam Adelson's daughter after the investment bank became the first casualty and bail out in the 2008 crash, the marriage got him well in a hurry. The team, led by Luka Doncic, made it to last year's NBA Finals, or as Dumont put it in this latest series of public foibles, the championship games. Expect that to be the last time in it for. Ever maybe, given the clueless ownership here, because he and his buddy, Mavs GM Nico Harrison, traded the generational talent, and then acted like little bitches when Mavs fans called them out. Now he's on what can only be described as the post-Luka trade and fallout damage control and rehabilitation tour. If last week's interview in front of the Real Estate Council, moderated by Hillwood CEO Todd Platt, someone with even less sports knowledge and experience than Dumont, was an indication of what's to come, expect considerably more insult to injury Mavs fans, because, while it's clear he's had coaching now, and I'll get into that coaching isn't helping. In my job as Dallas Stars play-by-play man for nearly a quarter of a century, we had events like this to explain. But A, we never traded a foundational generational player, and B, we actually knew what we were doing. These people do not. What follows here is another call-out of Little Patty. And again, no punches will be pulled. This guy, this family, this ownership group is not too bright, and they're objectively bad people and bad owners. Dumont again just hung himself with his own words. And as long as he and they keep treating their fans like inferior people who don't know anything, I'm going to keep calling him and them out. If you're explaining, you're losing. And if you're super bad at explaining, you don't belong in the job. Period. Time to light him up again. Let me tell you how these things work. When your team is in a bad spot with something, the corporate powers that be hire a fancy schmancy, expensive PR firm to tell them what they should have known in the first place, while providing questionable advice on how to clean it up. To hear more, subscribe to my Substack at RalphStack. Link in the description box.